Hey gang, Mocha Boy here. Welcome back, and thanks for tuning back in. So this is a follow-up video to the AQ Healer Go Home training guide that we put out last week. And just a quick recap there. One of the things that we did as a clan was to take everyone in the clan and run them through a training camp. We proposed a strategy, worked out all the base compositions for them, and then they went out into regular matchmaking to go to hunt down bases and then apply the tactics. In this particular case, it's using an AQ plus 3 healers, and then golems, hogs, giants, wizards, all that kind of fun stuff. Mav55, he's again one of our newer additions to the clan, but he has the heroes to pull this off, along with the troop levels and everything else. So this is a tactic that he's embraced and applied to pretty devastating effect in a lot of the clan wars that we have. So we're going to take a look at his attack here. He's sitting in the number. Let's see. He's sitting in the number 9 position. He attacked the top Town Hall 9 with this attack. And this is the base. Now, just a quick review of the strategy. The stages of this attack are, interestingly enough, a little bit reversed, but the first decision that you have to make is where do you want your kill team to jump in. By virtue of where you select that jump in point, that determines where your AQ walk will start, and then what strategic considerations you have to make to ensure that she paths in the direction that you want her to. So let's take a quick look at that. Hang on a second here. I switch. So we want the jump to occur somewhere around there, and then that means we want the AQ to strip an entire wall's worth of defenses as well as trash buildings somewhere. Now your choices are here or here. Not too many defenses up here, so for that many troops, that would net you these trash buildings and then one and possibly 2 defenses. Not really a great trade. However, on this side you can get all of these trash buildings plus a couple of defenses, plus a couple of other point defenses, before everybody kind of scoots around to the corner and then jumps into the core to get the Archer Queen. So having picked up jump in point and having picked a start point, now it's time to start looking at where along this wall you want to start your drop. As far as planning this out, it's tricky to work out the pathing simply because it is still somewhat random, but there are a lot of things that you can do to kind of put the odds in your favor, and it's typically the army camps. So you want to work with the army camps, and the reason that these work great as steering buildings is because of the distance between the distance that it creates once this building goes down. So we will use both this building as well as this building to go down to create enough distance between this building and this building to ensure that she goes up this way. And the way that you do that is if your AQ drops here, she'll take out this building and then immediately move to that building and then immediately move to that building. Once these 2 buildings are down, and then hopefully a few of these other buildings, she has no other targets except but to move into that direction. But the order of operations looks something like this. It'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At least that's what we think is supposed to happen. And again, what you do is, since there's no air defenses down kind of in this quadrant, what we'll do is we'll drop a few minions here to ensure, just for a little bit of insurance, to ensure that these buildings go down. Because once this archer tower goes down, this is all free to attack from the air. So once we have that worked out, then it's a question of where do you get your jump, or where do you jump your kill squad in? And hang on a second here. When you jump your kill squad in, the next thing that you have to work out is how are you going to work out the funnel. So very simple here. 1 golem to distract these 2 defenses. That frees you up to drop wizards, as many wizards as you need to take out those trash buildings, and then ensure that when your BK meets up with your AQ, that they all move together as a group into the core of the base. So that's a golem here just to distract those defenses, the wizards to take out the trash. AQ will come up here to meet up with the kill squad, then everybody will jump in together. Now, when that happens, if you've done everything right, the only defenses that will be up and threatening the kill team will be this archer tower, and then obviously these core defenses here. But all this other stuff on the sides really won't affect anything until the troops make it into the core. But this is another key consideration with determining where you want to deploy your hogs. The point defenses are really the things that will take out your tanks. Splash defense is not so much, so you don't have to worry too much there. Once you get the AQ out, the CC dealt with, and then all of your tanks are in the core, it's time to start the giant hog portion of the raid. And the planning considerations here are, or the question you ask is, obviously, where do you want to attack? Why is it a good idea to attack that particular pocket? And your strategic objectives in those particular cases are to strip the outer layer of defenses, to potentially trigger Teslas, and to disable giant bombs. And these types of configurations here, where there's not a lot of backup overlapping defenses, what you can do is you can distract these 2-point defenses with a single giant. That's 940 hit points, and then you can sneak up on these defenses with 3 to 4 hogs apiece, and then that'll take these two guys out, and they'll continue to move straight into the core of the base. And then the same thing over here, another giant here to distract these two defenses. 3 or 4 hogs apiece to take out those, and then move into the core of the base. And then one more giant here to do those, along with 3 or 4. It all depends. And then they can all move into the core of the base. Now, this is important because you want to do whatever you can to try to relieve DPS pressure off the coring team. So that means there will be times where you'll find yourself jumping into the core like this. Maybe it makes sense to hit the flanks. Maybe it makes sense to hit one side and then run in a clockwise fashion to meet up with the kill squad. Every base is going to be different, but those are the types of things that you want to look for when you're planning these types of raids. So enough talk. Let's go ahead and take a look at the attack. This was the first attack on this base. We had no scout information on this base, and everything went off perfectly. And he ended up the raid with tons and tons of hogs. So again, 3 healers, 2-point defenses. The minions are down, starting to clear trash. And part of the drama that unfolds here is watch the health of this gold mine, because once this cannon goes down, she's got a choice. Once this storage goes down, the AQ has a choice. Does she continue to move north, or does she go east? And just before that storage went down, that mine went down, and she has no choice but to continue moving up north. So that was just fantastic. And once we've established that she's moving in the direction that she wants to go in, that we need her to go in, we can start the kill squad jump. Now, I mean, at this point, the air defenses have locked in on a few healers, but that's okay because the AQ's pretty much done her job, and the healers will enough of the healers will survive that they can end up contributing a little bit. But one golem, there's the jump. The wizards have cleared the trash. Here comes the BK. As soon as that golem gets hit by the AQ, the rage is going to go down so that everything can help process those rogue troops. And we actually, after the patch, we have been seeing rogue troops coming back into the game. But one giant to distract a couple point defenses, hogs to sneak in, one backup heal just to recharge them, and here come the 2 giants again to sneak up on those defenses. To allow the hogs to sneak up on those defenses. Now that's an efficiency trick. Again, hogs 470 something hit points, giants 940 hit points. They're great for the first wave, just to get your hogs in there and then applying DPS rather than tanking, because hogs make terrible tanks. And once that outer layer is stripped, look how many hogs he's got left up to go after that last defense. And doesn't even have to worry about the skeletons. There's just nothing left, and he just absolutely rolled this base. Again, first attack, no scout information, just went in with a map and a plan, and everything worked out just beautifully. So great job on that attack, Mav. Looking forward to seeing more.